the Batmobile. Let's go.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
All right. Basement Boy Banner, episode 109, live and in full effect on this glorious Thursday afternoon. Little afternoon delight edition of Basement Boy Banner. So, thank you for joining us. Nobody who's watching, but maybe you'll join in later. I'm Thor. That's Brian. We are Basement Boy Banner. Let's get into that nerd stuff, shall we? Because we got
a doozy.
Oh yes, you've said it right, my friend. If you clicked on what the title of this video was Batman Ninja Review. We just got done watching Batman Ninja. It's been a while on digital streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say maybe about a month.
Okay.
And it just hit DVD and Blu-ray this past Tuesday, so a couple days ago. We just got a chance to sit down and strap in for a ride of all rides. I'm gonna get this right. I'm gonna throw out some wild statements. And you can choose to disagree with them or not.
Before you jump in on those statements, I want to comment on the box.
The steel case from the Target steel box.
A nice box.
Primo, as they say.
If you're like an avid
steel box collector, yeah.
Dude,
and there's some people who just buy steel boxes.
It's good.
I'm hit or miss. I buy whatever I find. But I did grab the steel box for this one, and it is gorgeous. Now, into the wild statements. Best movie ever made. Greatest Batman movie ever made. Best animated movie ever made. Did I already say best Batman story ever made?
Well, you said best Batman movie.
So, I mean, literally, this movie has so many layers. Let me just tell you a little bit about the first 10 minutes, okay? Batman goes back in time to ancient Japan because Gorilla Grodd made a machine. That's all the setup you need, okay? He gets there, and everybody who was in the vicinity, so pretty much all the bad guys, Two-Face, Penguin, Deathstroke, Joker, Harley Quinn, Catwoman,
Ivy,
his crew, Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, Regular Robin, Alfred, the Batmobile, they all there. So Batman shows up, little scuffle with some samurai Joker face dudes, and he's like, who are they serving? Which is like, they wear Joker faces. Come on, Batman, you're the greatest detective of all time. Get it together.
When it first started, I was kind of like, odd shaky. I was like, here we go. Another...
But then he gets the Batmobile, and he starts his assault on Joker Tower, or Joker's like castle. Yeah. And the Batmobile starts as a Batmobile, and then after it gets smashed by the castle robot, because the castle turns into a robot with arms, after it gets smashed, it turns into a plane. And then after the robot spears them on these giant spears that come out of its hand, the robot castle, mind you, it turns into a plane. Or no, then it's already a plane. After the plane, it turns into a motorcycle. So then he's in a motorcycle, and then the Joker robot castle hand's gonna smash a woman and her child.
Yeah.
And so he takes the motorcycle, jumps down. Motorcycle turns into a mech suit
to fight Bane, who has stopped him from saving.
Yes,
sumo wrestler
Bane. Right. So then he turns into a mech suit to beat him, and then to try to stop the hand, and then the mech suit gets destroyed, and then like he's cornered. Obviously a bunch of bats show up, some ninjas in Batman costume show up and like take him away. And that's literally like the jump off point. And you're like, I don't know where they're going from here.
That's like no spoilers, first 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's literally the beginning. That's like the opening of the movie, okay? Then we get into the movie, and like they kind of explain how they all got here, and like everyone had been there for 2 years prior to Batman showing up. So Batman finally gets on scene 2 years later. Joker's already kind of established himself as the main power. And then all the other bad guys have all their little territories with their own castles and their own armies. And they're all kind of feuding against each other for total supremacy of Japan. I mean, totally makes sense, right? You're with me 100% at this point, okay? So Batman gets defeated on multiple occasions. The first time, then he joins up with Gorilla Grodd. They try to stop Joker. They think they did stop Joker. But then Grodd turns on him. Catwoman turns on him. He gets pretty much blown almost to death. He's out for like a couple days. And then there's like a month of him like forming this alliance with the ninjas.
The Bat Ninjas.
The Bat Ninjas.
Who have been waiting for the prophesized Bat Lord Samurai.
Lord Batman.
To come and save them from...
And unify Japan.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. With us? Thought you might be. So then let's just fast forward all the way to the end fight sequence, right?
buddy.
Because the end starts with like Batman and his crew are riding on horses and they got trails because obviously the Batmobile's done now. And the technology, we're not even going to just suspend your like overthinking of this movie while watching it and really just enjoy yourself. I was like cheering at times. I was like giddily laughing, like hee, like it was really like that. I would honestly.
It was just like that. It was tough to watch it with him.
It was probably pretty hard. So the end fight sequence starts, and now all the castles in the beginning of the final battle turn into robots. Okay, they all turn into robots.
Every villain has a robot castle.
Every villain has a robot castle, and the robot castles start fighting each other. Okay. So then Gorilla Grodd retakes control because he's been secretly like controlling everybody the whole time, or at least the bad guys, to make the mech castles in his design. And of course, they all come together under a massive convergence to make the Japanese castle transformer Voltron. And it's as glorious as it sounds. Mm-hmm. Joker reemerges because everyone thinks he's done to retake control. So now Joker's controlling it. And he flies in an air balloon with his face on it. And the air balloon becomes the face of the mech castle Voltron robot transformer. You with me? Still? You should be. This is really easy to keep up with. So then the mech giant transformer castle thingy is like going after Batman and them, and they're like hiding behind this rock. So then Grodd gives Robin a flute because Robin's got a pet monkey friend, Mokichi, who he's been like using the whole time, and him and Mokichi are super tight. They go back like babies and pacifiers. So Mokichi and Robin start to play the monkey flute to draw in the samurai clad monkey army, and then the monkey army is getting defeated. So, of course, the monkey army conjoins into one giant monkey.
Well, what?
Oh, did I miss
what
something?
Starts that conjoining is Mokishi's girlfriend comes in.
Oh, right.
And helps play the flute.
And she wasn't introduced literally until the last 20 minutes of the film. All of a sudden, Mokishi's got a girl, and they're playing the flute together. Robin's like blowing in it.
So it's more powerful now that two monkeys are
two
controlling
monkeys
it.
And a boy using the flute are more powerful than one monkey and the boy. So with the two monkeys, they're able to form the giant... it's not a robot monkey, but all the monkeys conjoin because their armor conjoins.
Right,
so it's
right.
like a giant form of a monkey.
Yeah.
It's a giant monkey made of monkeys
in samurai armor.
In samurai armor to fight a giant samurai transformer Voltron made of castles. With me? Mm-hmm. You should be. Okay, so then the giant monkey made of monkeys starts to get defeated. And it's carrying Batman. It's blowing this like flame cannon out of the middle of the robot castle Voltron transformer. So then all these bats fly in and like put out the flames. So then the bats morph with the monkeys to become a giant Batman made of monkeys and Batmans who are carrying Batman and his crew of, people with Catwoman. Now Catwoman's rejoined by this time. Yeah. That's neither here nor there. It really doesn't matter. So the monkey bat transformation into the giant Batman that looks like an 80s or like 90s Batman. It's like the black and gray Batman. It even has the utility belt. It was a really good formation for monkeys and bats to make of a true like old school Batman look. I don't even know how they knew that look existed, but that's neither here nor there.
That's what happens when you combine samurai monkeys and bats.
So samurai monkey bat amalgamation into Batman beats the castle transformer Voltron robot.
Joker robot,
excuse me. I almost misspoke. So then Batman and the crew get inside, and like the monkeys get inside and they start destroying the thing. So then everybody kind of breaks up, and you got 5 kind of battle sequences going on at once. You got Catwoman versus Harley. You got Robin versus Poison Ivy. You got Nightwing versus Penguin. You got Deathstroke versus
Red Hood,
and then Two-Face versus Red Robin, and Batman versus Joker. So 6. You have 6 different battles going on at once. The first 5 that I mentioned go pretty quickly. They kind of dismantle the bad guys fairly easily. So it's literally just Batman and Joker on top of the burning on fire Voltron transformer robot made of castles. And of course, they have a samurai sword battle on top. I mean, obviously, why wouldn't you at this point? It's just, spoiler alert, Batman wins, and they go back to the future, and they take the giant Transformer robot Voltron castle thing with them. The monkeys and bats disperse and to do monkey and bat things. And then the clan of Batman ninjas is just very thankful that Lord Batman came and fulfilled the prophecy of restoring balance to Japan. Yep. That's it. That's the story. And like I said, greatest story ever told.
If you think we just did this story justice versus watching it,
oh no,
wrong.
watch it.
Wrong.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, you probably should have turned this off like 10 minutes ago and watch it, because I forgot to say spoiler alerts. But either way, what I said, you cannot picture the visual in your head without watching the movie. I'm sorry, you can't. And it doesn't do it justice, because it is just magnificent, the ride that this movie takes you on. It's fun, it's action-packed. I love the anime style. It's very cel-shaded, computer generated, but mixed with some nice
The thing I noticed about this animation,
yeah.
So I watched the newer Berserk, and it has a similar animation style, and I hate it. The newer Berserk does it very, very poorly. It feels super cheap, whereas this doesn't. This feels like the mix of that animation with the shading really flushes out the animation, so it looks pretty good considering where Berserk kind of had the technology.
Well, at this point, DC movies, DC animated movies, no, DC movies in general, you need to up your game.
Seriously.
All right? You need to up your
Aquaman, you
game.
better watch out, dude.
Oh, this Aquaman's got nothing on this movie. No movie DC's ever put out, and yeah, I'm throwing Dark Knight in that group, has matched what I just watched in Batman Ninja. It's, even the little touches of like Joker's samurai sword had the teeth, like the fake
the
chattering teeth as the handle guard. Come on. Batman obviously, Batman was a monk at one point in the beginning, walking around kind of laying out the land. And as a nice touch that's totally inconspicuous, he had what looked like a bat symbol on the top of his bald monk.
He was friar.
It was a friar tuck. Yep. And it was a Batman symbol made out of hair.
On the top, yeah.
And all of a sudden he had a beard, so we suspected that they shaved his head and then had his beard. His hair grows at an amazing rate, though, because then he had a full head of hair again, like out of nowhere. And if it was all prosthetics.
They re-glued it.
Right. Like, man, I can't even explain to you how great everything is. And everybody gets their moment. Obviously Batman's the standout. The voice acting was fine. I had no issues, honestly, with anything that I just watched. Yeah, a little bit. It was definitely over the top. It was, if you start to try to dissect it on a level of like realism, like, well, number one, like have some joy in your life.
It felt like anime. It was Batman, but anime.
And it was full out anime, because anytime you think it can't get crazier, it got crazier. But the fighting was great. Like when they were fighting in the forest in the beginning, Joker and Batman, it was literally like Saiyans at super speed. It was nutto. It was just, and then Batman was doing the Naruto ninja signs at the end.
Just ninja signs.
Because during the final battle, obviously Batman like powered up, but he didn't power up in like the Super Saiyan or like Dragon Ball Z sense. He powered up in the fact that he could now project himself as a bunch of bats and then like move in bat form around the battle to defeat Joker. I know I'm just making this sound even better. I can't oversell this enough. I can't. Watch it. It's wild and crazy. It's a wild and crazy time, but it's probably the most enjoyable.
You got a couple buddies who you like to watch anime anything with,
and you got to be a hardcore nerd. If you're just a regular, like, you watch Marvel movies and you go see just movies, but you're not like super into lore and like animated stuff, yeah, you might watch this and be like, this dude is off his rocker. But
it's crazy.
If you're on that level, you are gonna find an enjoyment.
After we just described it, you will know whether this movie is totally your cup of tea or these two sound pretty crazy. I can't believe they watched whatever that was.
It was amazing. Though. It was the best hour and a half I've had, and I can't remember. I can't remember how long I've had that much fun in an hour and a half.
Didn't fall asleep. Didn't do nothing.
Didn't even touch my phone. I didn't touch my phone for an hour and a half. Didn't even look at it. Didn't even check Facebook. Nothing. I was literally locked in. Locked in. Now, granted, the insanity that ensued would help you. And if you turned away for like 5 minutes, you might be lost. Because all of a sudden you're like, wait, they're ninjas. Wait a minute. Is that a giant robot made of castles that just formed into Voltron? And yes, it did. And then it had a balloon for the head. I can't even just, it's so good. All right, let's move on. Then we watched the Predator trailer that dropped today. It dropped like a couple hours ago. Predator's coming out September this year. The Predator, are they calling it?
The
like
Predator.
The Batman. But yeah, so The Predator comes out in September. It's a Shane Black film. Shane Black did Iron Man 3, for any of you who aren't familiar with Shane Black films. He's done other films too, none of which are coming to mind right now. But it looked decent.
Yeah.
I mean,
no fusing robots, no monkey army. So
I mean, compared to what we had just watched, it was definitely a step down. I mean, compared to what I had just seen,
it was a
step down. But it was a minute and 45-second teaser.
Yeah.
You got to see Predator. It's humans. It takes place on Earth. This kid gets a Predator helmet sent to him in the mail, which is super weird. And then there's like a arm piece, and he pulls out this thing where it looks like it works a spaceship.
Right.
So the spaceship comes down, and then the Predator type stuff ensues. There's a bunch of assassins being questioned by the government for some reason or another. It looks fine. I'm probably not gonna go see it. I mean, it looked decent, and I'll see it at some point probably, but I don't think it's something I could go see in theaters. I mean, there's just too much. I mean, it's September, so who knows what else is coming out in September.
It feels like a lot of movies have been doing the getting questioned by the government in a police station thing. I mean, even since Dark Knight, like the trailers always have like the scene where they're in the thing for
being
20
interrogated.
minutes.
Yeah, like where were you? It looked cool though. I mean, it did look cool. I was on board, and I do like Shane Black's style, so I'm on board for it. But compared to Batman Ninja, it's trash. Anything compared to Batman Ninja at this point is trash. If you're playing Fortnite right now, there's a new Avengers mode or something like that, or a Thanos mode. Let us know if you've been playing that, how it is. I haven't got a chance to try it yet, but I am excited for Battlefront 2 has a new season. They finally announced season 2. It's going to be a Han Solo season. Nobody could see that coming. And it's going to drop in the next couple weeks. Ewok Hunt was dope. If you ever got a chance to play the Ewok Hunt, I told you about Ewok Hunt.
I watched you
play
Ewok Hunt.
That was a lot of fun. I had a really good time with that. They actually brought it back for another weekend at one point. I'd say last weekend. Yeah, I think it was last weekend.
Do you think they'll convert it to like a permanent mode?
I would like for them to. I mean, that would be nice, but if they just drop it in every once in a while, it keeps it fresh, so you
don't get sick of it.
You'd be bored with it after. Yeah.
Well, especially I know
if I can only play it for like 3 days at a time, and I
got your
get
missions or whatever, it would add Ewok Hunt to your missions and stuff to get crates, and that's just.
I think it'd be cool if they did like an Ewok like arcade mode. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where they had like the arcade part to it, but then did the Ewoks. I'd be cool with something like that. I can't even remember what else we were going to talk about. Avengers had the biggest opening in China. Comcast might torpedo the Fox Disney deal.
Really?
By offering straight cash, homie.
Really?
Yeah, like full cash buyout.
Holy.
So not stock options and stuff like that. Deals are very complicated, and I'm no expert or financial smart person.
Does anyone really think that Comcast has more money than Disney?
I don't think so, and I don't think it's about they have more money. I think they're trying to make a worse deal for Disney. I think Disney's eventually going to get it, especially if Comcast gets Time Warner.
Force them to pay more than they wanted to.
Comcast right now, I think, is in a deal to buy Time Warner, which means like Warner Brothers, all that stuff would be under with Comcast and their parent company. So I think Universal's under that banner and stuff too. We're literally moving to pretty much 2 companies that own all the subsidiary companies. It's awful for creativity. It's awful for everybody, but it's great for these companies.
Yeah.
So there was a couple other things I thought we were going to mention too.
There were some stuff. I mean, I got this. So I just started playing Star Wars Destinies. It's a dice card game. Yep. So you use the cards, but the cards have abilities, and you roll these dice a bunch. They're pretty sweet. The packs up is pretty cool. There's not a lot of cards.
Are they easier to find than the Dragon Ball ones?
So much easier. So Dragon Ball is technically Target exclusive, and Target never has them.
I even look when I go to Target for you, and I never see them
because they are stupid. But these, you go to pretty much any hobby shop, Games by James, whatever, any type of hobby store, and they got them
because they're stupid.
Well, and they're like full got Disney logos on them and stuff. So Disney always got to get that money.
We gotta talk about this. Disney does have to get that money, but you know who else needs to get that money? Adult Swim and Rick and Morty, because they're back for 70 more episodes. Horns out. Oh
my god.
Dude, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be amazing. Honestly, that was one of the things I think we're gonna talk about.
Yeah. Well, they posted
I'm more excited. I'm more excited for that than
picture.
anything.
Yeah.
That's got me hyped. That's got me super hyped. Super duper hyped. We got Deadpool dropping this week.
Yeah,
dude, it's a good time. It is a good time. Oh, and I would advise all you go out and watch Guardians, because apparently there's one unfound Easter egg in Guardians 1, and like a bunch in Guardians 2. So says the director James Gunn, and I'm pretty sure there's some rewards on the line if you find the Easter
Really?
eggs. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure there is.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so stuff.
Offering cash money,
I don't know what they're offering, but they got some stuff out there.
a sick
so.
pop, because you'll do
Something.
it if that's an.
I'm not that good at finding Easter eggs.
Yeah,
I don't
me
know enough. I think you have to be deep.
You have to
deep.
go frame by frame,
And
to
you
really
have to like
catch anything.
know the comics, and not just probably Guardians, but like so many other comics. And it might not even be Marvel related. It could be who knows what it could be, but no one's noticed it yet. So go out there and find it. Should we wrap it up with Dragon Ball Super?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. So we had 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Super this week. We're still in the Goku Black saga, which is weird because it's really the Zamasu saga. Because we found out that Goku Black is Zamasu, who stole Goku's body and murdered his family, and then
And we discovered the reason Beerus
didn't kill him when Beerus killed Zamasu in our timeline. All the ones didn't die because of the time ring.
Right. They
you know?
were wearing the time ring, so they're
ring.
unaffected
Yeah.
by that time change
both
by God.
Zamasus in the future Trunks timeline. Future Trunks is a evil person.
But I was sort of right, because
You were sorta
the
right.
second Zamasu wasn't affected just because he's in a different string of time to begin with.
Well, and that's what they're saying is like
But the Goku
They're
Black,
saying-
it was because he had the time ring.
Future Trunks is kind of messed up with all the travel back and
Right.
forth. He's like screwed up time, and
Like,
he
super
needs
bad.
to pay for it. So it's it's good. I mean, the battle between the Zamasus, Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks was decent. Trunks ended up having to pretty much fend off the 2 Zamasus.
And he transformed to not quite Super Saiyan Blue, but
It was like a halvesies. It was
Yeah.
like blue aura inner, but yet Super Saiyan outer. It was cool.
and he was fending off Goku Black pretty good,
Yeah.
considering Goku and Vegeta in
and,
blue.
And
couldn't.
Future Zamasu's pretty weak, but he's indestructible. He's
Right.
immortal, so he can't be destroyed. So that's where kind of like the crux comes in. But then Goku, Vegeta, and Bulma escape back to the past.
They yell at Beerus.
They yell at Beerus. Chi-Chi shows up because Gotenks and Trunks were going to try to go to the future to help, and that wasn't going to go very well anyways. But now everyone's kind of up to speed on what's been transpiring, so now everybody knows. Gohan, feels really bad because Future Trunks didn't tell him because he's a family man and he's weak and he's lost the fighting edge and stuff like that.
No one's like,
So-
"Oh, Gohan, we need your help."
So we're
he
on a
feels
little
like
bit of
loser.
we're on a little bit of a upturn, I think, towards the
We
the
learned a bunch of
culmination
cheatsy
this.
doodle stuff that's about
Oh
to go
yeah,
down.
the
Mafuba.
yeah, what are they called? Evil containment wave.
yeah,
The evil
yeah.
containment wave that they used for Piccolo way back in Dragon Ball. I love that part. How they brought that, and even in the anime, someone's like, "Now that's a throwback." I
There
was
was
like,
Pilaf in them.
"Damn!" Yeah, Pilaf in them because they've been around since the Piccolo times. King Piccolo, not Piccolo Junior or the Piccolo we know. But yeah, so I love the 2 episodes. I thought they were
And
really good.
Gowasu got told that he needs to go fix this.
Right, Goasu, Beerus, because Beerus and Whis took off like they weren't gonna do nothing. They're like, "Well, not my timeline, not my problem." And then they went over to find Goasu, and now they're gonna bring
And-
that back.
right.
But the whole point of this whole episode is go watch Batman Ninja any way you can find it.
Buddy.
Like, find a buddy, download it, buy it again, get the steelbook, watch it, and then probably watch it again. Tell
It's
your
a
friends
nice
about
steelbook.
it. It's amazing. I can't overhype it enough. That's it. Episode 109 in the books.
Yeah,
Like,
buddy.
share, subscribe. Till the next episode. You know what to do. You know where to find us. Deuces.
Deuces.
Say goodbye, Brian.